Welcome into another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast on Sports Illustrated from the Fans First Sports Network. My name is Tom Cavanaugh. Follow me at TCAV30 on Twitter/X, and then also follow our insider pages at UCLA Insider on SI. That is both on Twitter/X and over on Facebook. Today is Friday, April 25th, and we're talking about one specific thing in UCLA men's basketball. There was a recent report from Los Angeles Times UCLA beat writer Ben Bolsch, and he spoke with now junior guard Eric Dailey Jr., talking about his potential position change for this upcoming season. This is a big deal. With the additions that UCLA was able to grab in the transfer portal this year, they put a lot of emphasis on size. So they've brought in a center in Steven Jamerson II. We'll get into him, coming from San Diego. And then also Xavier Booker from Michigan State. Didn't have the greatest year with the Spartans last year, but with his size and his ceiling, I think he could be a big piece down low. How does this affect Eric Dailey Jr.? He's able to kind of move his position from that power forward position that he was playing a lot of last year with the minimal size to now moving into more of a small forward guard type of position where he is more comfortable at. So we spoke about Bolsch doing the interview with Dailey. Got to give Ben a lot of credit for his journalism and being able to get Eric and talk to him about a few different things. But in quote, this is from Eric Dailey Jr. when talking about a potential position change and moving to small forward with all the size. Dailey says, quote, "It's my natural position. We kind of played a little small ball with Tyler Bilodeau at the 5 last year, and with our new recruits coming in, we've got more size at the forward and power forward positions." And he's not wrong, but, I mean, Eric stands at 6'8", 230. With the size that UCLA had last year, I mean, it was really a Di Mara second half of the season. You had some William Kyle III as well, and then you had 6'9", Tyler Bilodeau and 6'8", Eric Dailey Jr. That was your post play. But UCLA able to grab a couple of guys. You got 6'11" forward Xavier Booker coming in from MSU, we mentioned, and then also 6'10" center Steven Jamerson II from San Diego. He was a 10 points a game player for the Toreros last year. He's an LA native. I think Jamerson is really the spotlight piece of this because that center position was very wishy-washy last year for UCLA, and there was a lot of times when, as Dailey mentioned, Bilodeau would have to assume the 5. And Tyler, I mean, he's a 3-level scorer. He can shoot it from deep. He can take it inside, but I think his best play is on the mid-range, sometimes outside of the perimeter, taking a guy off the dribble and putting him in the post. That's where Tyler really succeeded last year. So if you're able to bump him to the 4 spot and then move Eric to the 3 and make him a shooting guard, because Eric didn't shoot the ball terribly from 3-point range last year. I mean, you look at it, 38% from downtown. Let's see how many average attempts he had last year. I mean, he took 2.7 attempts per game and 38%. That's not terrible for a guy that really assumed a role as a 4 power forward type of player. So I'd expect Eric, who started every game last year, to still be in this starting lineup, but be more in the Kobe Johnson, Lazar Stefanovic role of this team. Because, I mean, you lose both Johnson and Lazar. Those were 2 guys that were spot-up shooters. Johnson, he was more on the defensive end than offensive, but still, I mean, you got to fill that role somehow this year after those 2 seniors graduated. So I like Eric to move into that role. He said it's his natural position, and he is listed as a guard. So even though he played a lot of power forward this year, or this past season, I should say, he is a guard at heart. And when he was recruited from Oklahoma State, that's kind of the role that he played with the Cowboys and was recruited as. But due to the size, he kind of, had to mold his game to what head coach Mick Cronin and this team needed. So I'm very excited to see what this team looks like next year. If you bring Dailey into the 3 spot and then you get maybe Booker as the bench 4, he's that power forward coming off the bench because Bilodeau's going to start. And then Jamerson has an opportunity to start at the center position. So it's going to be really intriguing to see how this team shakes out, but I'm excited to see Eric in a different role. Instead of playing that post 4 power forward position, he's going to be able to take guys off the dribble and shoot a little bit more 3-pointers and show his game that way. That's going to do it for us here on the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast from the Fans First Sports Network. My name is Tom Cavanaugh. Follow me at TCAV30 on Twitter/X, and also follow our insider pages at UCLA Insider on SI. That is both on Twitter/X and over on Facebook. Thanks so much, everybody. We will see you again soon.